So right off the bat, I can tell, you're probably wondering why I've been sitting here the last 4 hours staring at a fortune cookie. And on a weekday. Honestly, I don't think there was any real way I could have avoided it. It all started almost a year ago.
My girlfriend and I were having lunch at the new Chinese place down the street. Her, of course, droning on and on about her friend Linda at work.
It had been a massively tiring day, so when dessert came, I was already zoning out, ready to hit the nearest available pillow. Sure, it was an oddly specific fortune, but again, I was tired, I didn't really think about it. So when I actually caught myself washing dishes the next morning, I didn't immediately freak out. But then I realized what had actually happened when Liz left for work and I noticed her leftover fortune cookie sitting on my kitchen counter.
And I realized the last fortune was right. Maybe...
I hadn't been to a wedding in years, but not 1 hour later I look in the mail and there it is, a wedding invite. I was hooked.
At first it was predicting things like, you'll need new shoes today.
There we go.
Inside the car. Inside the car. There you go. Like driving your drunk friend Tom home at 4:15 a.m. next Thursday night from a bachelor party. Inside. No, inside, guy. Inside. But I guarantee you've never felt anything like this before. Fear, excitement, this mad rush of power, all mixed together like some sort of drug.
And that's how it went. Ignoring work, Liz, lunch after lunch, night after night, meal after meal, any excuse, occasion, or reason to go back and keep getting more.
A few months later, it started to change and turn more into advice. If you want to save more money, start using your 401k. If you want to impress your boss, change your shampoo. If you want her to forgive you.
But a few months after that, I started getting flat-out demands. Like, clean your car after lunch. Or, don't even think about playing basketball today. When you start receiving messages from fate, you'd think your life would get better, right?
But it just got worse and worse. More and more obsessed. My entire life now is hanging off of divinations from little strips of paper.
But when the source of my mystical messages was closed down by the health department, it was like a punch in the gut. A year of this, and I still had no idea why I was getting them. I felt like some used-up old toy, cast away by a child called fate.
I'm helpless. These fortunes have been telling me what to do, where to go, what to eat, what to wear.
So after all this, it's no real surprise that after I spotted the dumpster behind the spooky, mystical, now-closed restaurant, I got desperate. But after weeks of digging through other people's garbage and still finding nothing, there was only one option.
If the supply wasn't coming here, I'll just have to go to them and get what I need.
I looked up the manufacturer I had been seeing on little cellophane wrappers for a year now and tracked him down. I won't bore you with the details, the silent hours I spent following, or the calm head and cat-like reflexes that brought me so deftly to the mother of all loads. Have you ever wanted something so badly, you didn't care what you did, or how you looked? This is what I had become. Anywhere and everywhere I could find them, Ahab ripping through cellophane and possibilities. But none of them was right. None of them was my future, written for me and me alone. None of them was my orders from fate, so I just kept going. Hundreds, then thousands, all slowly ripped apart and drowning me waist deep in the shards of epically ravaged casualties. A war against fate, with no end in sight. I woke up at dawn, my face, my clothes, crunchy with this drawn-out mania. I couldn't even tell you how many hours, how many days I'd been like this. My body ached. and my sinuses were ready to burst, fueled by this mix of cabin fever and weaponized cookie dust hanging in the air like a smog. I just wanted to forget, but I couldn't take 2 steps without being constantly reminded of the frenzy. Remnants underfoot, in my hair, on my face. I finally started seeing what I'd been turned into, and for what? I had absolutely nothing to show for it. No. It was time to get back on track and clean myself up.
I'm not even going to bother calling again. This is ridiculous. I'll be over first thing tomorrow morning, so you better be ready to tell me what's going on.
She's left 18 messages, and she's going to be here any minute. All right, first things first. I've got to... There's one left. I missed one. The last one. And it was calling to me like some crunchy vanilla siren. And there you have it. 4 hours later, and I still can't decide. Do I pick it up, or do I just walk away?
Screw it.
Not now, Liz, not now.
I really don't know what the hell's wrong with you lately, but I can only take so much. Either you let me in right now and we talk, or you'll never...
And all while she's giving this little speech, I am twitching with the idea of what could be in my hand. Because maybe this is finally my big break. Maybe this is the fortune that will change my life. But more likely, it's just a dessert. Sugary garbage crumbling between my fingers. And it basically comes down to deciding between the good things I could have or the good things I already have. So that is my story, my friends, and I hope you paid attention because who knows? Your own future might be in a cookie out there, waiting for you.